What is going on, everyone? My name is DCamp59, aka Camp, and I am bringing you another episode of Career Mode where we left off last time, searching around the transfer window. And the first person we're going to look for is a striker, and that is going to be Stefan El Shaarawy. And I have to get him. I had him in my Swansea City one, and he was a center forward in that one. I don't think he was a left winger. But I started that right when FIFA 13 came out, when I had internet problems, and I'm like in my third or fourth season now. So we definitely we want to inquire about El Shaarawy. I know everybody's got him, but he's just phenomenal. One of my favorite players, and the reason I'm getting people that are popular right now is because I can sell them and I can make money off them with a quick turnaround and get players that I really, really want. And they're going to be different players that, different people do not have with their career modes. And, or I'm sure some have them, but I just haven't seen them. And, it's just going to be what players I want that fit my style that I enjoy to play with. Now, excuse me, I'm still a little bit stuffed up. It is still getting over this sickness, and I did just wake up. It is Saturday morning now, just got done watching the Spurs game, actually, so that was fun. But I'll go after and inquire about Kurt Zouma, because I know I can get a quick turnaround on him, and I wanted Massey so bad. I have him in my Swansea City one. He is a tank, but he's on loan, so I doubt I'm going to be able to get him, and that is one of the big center backs that I really, really wanted, but instead, since I couldn't get him this season because he's out on loan, I went for Samuel Umtiti. Now I had him in my Swansea City one, and I had him after one season, and he grew a lot. He grew very well. But after that one season, he for some reason was unhappy. Maybe it was the second season or halfway through the second, once it hit to the January transfer window, and he asked for a trade. Now, it surprised me, but I ended up making over $10 million on him for what I had him with, and he went to Chelsea. So I wasn't too upset about it, and I ended up getting Massey, and I was very happy with that. So there's no problem. But another one I have to go after is Tony Vilhena. Now, I know, I think it's Japes has him, and I'm not going to lie, Japes is the one that made me want to go get him in my Swansea City career mode. And I got him, and he is absolutely phenomenal. Like, he has a cannon or a rocket, whichever you want to call it, for a left foot. And his right foot is just as good. 4-star skills, I think 4 or 5-star weak foot. He's very good. Now, I looked at Neymar, and it's too pricey at the moment. So, I going to try my damnedest to get Neymar. I have him in my Swansea City one, like I said before, and he has just grown so much, and he's so good. That's where I'd like to go. Now, I don't know in this career mode if I'm just going to stay at Sutherland or if I'm going to accept another job if possible. So we'll have to wait and see. But now I'm looking for a young striker. Now, this is someone also that Japes did buy, and it made me want to try him, and that was Benzia. And I've never, Japes doesn't play or put too many career videos out because of his Path to Power, which is fantastic. I love his videos, and I love what he does, and I love what he brings to this community. And one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this kind of stuff is because of him and people like Nepenthes and just people like that. I like the way they act, and so I also inquire about Lopez. I didn't know about him, but the big thing about Benzia that turned me on to it was his 4-star skills. Now, I could have sped all this up and showed you. The fast version of it, it's just what I picked. But I wanted you to go through the thought process that I went through, just looking at some of these young kids and seeing what kind of things that I look for and stuff like that. Now, for a striker or center forward or a winger, I really like to have 4-star skills or better, but I don't have to. It's not my main thing. And a little bit of pace. They'll grow into the pace, but just a little bit of pace. I can't handle a 50 or 60 some pace. A striker or winger. I mean, it's just not going to work. So I inquire about that guy too. I don't know. I like the way he looked. Something about him. He was something different. I also have Juan Aguadelo in in my Swansea City one. I brought him in as a backup very first season. He was like I got him for like $1 million, and he was very, very cheap, and he grew, and he ended up making me almost 6 or 7 million in profit. So got the inquiry back for Lopez. He just joined them. He's not happy. We get it back from TT, and they said they consider a 3.1 million offer bid. Yeah, excuse me, I'm taking a sip of my Diet Mountain Dew. Got to get that caffeine. Now, when they said 3.1 million, I was not about to give them 3.1 million. Instead, I offered them the 2.2 that his value is, and I was going to give him one of my older center backs just to replace him. Well, it seems it worked. I think I put Bramble in there, and I was debating, or maybe it may be Brown. It is Brown. He's worth 1.9, so I definitely bumped that down. That's 1.2, 1.9. That equals out pretty decent. So around the 3 million mark, a little over, about what they were asking. And of course, Chelsea's looking to bolster their attack, like always. So we get all these inquiries back, and it shows him and that he's out on loan, and that he was out. And Benzia, they said, we'll offer a 2.2 or a 2.8. I mean, sorry, I can't see on the smaller screen here, but instead I offered a 2.5. I don't know. It was in between 2.2 what he was worth and 2.8 what they're asking, just to try to get him, and do something like that. Now for Vilhena, they wanted 2.9. It seemed a little steep to me. So instead of 2.9, I was going to offer between 2 million and 2.7, but instead I looked through my players. I had a lot of older players worth a little bit. Nothing worth anything too spectacular, but I had people in the range of the 2 million mark as far as center midfielders. Now, that had age on them that I was not going to use, just to be very honest with you. So I instead just decided that, I saw David Vong was worth 2.9. So I was like, I'm just going to try for a straight swap. See if it works. If it does, fantastic. If not, I'll throw a little money on top of it. Well, there's the sad news about Massey. And then they said, come back with Kurt Zuma saying, if you offer 7 million, we'll consider it. 7 million? I offer 5. Not going to offer them 7 million straight up. Well, my El Shaarawy one came back, and they said, well, if you offer 28 million, you can have him. I don't have 28 million. Okay. So, definitely not going to do that. So, I offer 15, and in my mind, I'm trying to find somebody worth anything in my squad that's worth more than just 2 million. It's either 2 million or Sessegnon, which is 16. So, or the rest of them are in my starting lineup, but I can't afford to lose them yet. It's really a big gap in the difference between what my players are worth between all of them. Either they're under $1 million or they're Sessegnon at 16. So I offer Jai and 17, and we're gonna try from there. But guys, this is the wrap up of this episode, and if you want to find out if I do end up getting El Shaarawy and all these other players, come back, stick around for episode 3. And as always, if you liked it, enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and stick around for more career mode, and I'll catch you all next time.